Hello, everybody. Welcome to the MakeCode Arcade Advanced Stream No Intro Music Edition. Yeah, we look a little different today because I'm doing the stream instead of Vivian because Vivian's not here today. But anyway, I'm Richard, at Richard on the MakeCode forum.
I'm Joey, at JWonderl on the MakeCode forum.
I'm Shannon, at Shakao on the MakeCode forum.
All right, and I had an idea earlier today. I don't remember. Someone said this, and then I was like, yeah, we should do that. I don't remember who it was, though.
I think Lizzie said it in stand-up.
Lizzie. Yeah, a racing game. We're going to do a racing game because we haven't done a racing game in a while. And so I thought that, we've done racing games before, so how do we throw a little twist on it? And I figured we could do something fun where we randomly generate a track. So, yeah, I don't know. How's that sound to you guys?
Sounds good to me. I love randomly generated.
Yeah, cool. All right. So also, we're not going to have any music today again. I'm sorry. I did charge the battery this time, but I'm driving, so I can't mess with music also. All right. Also, you guys, I can't see the chat, so if anyone says anything. For some reason, OBS doesn't show me the chat anymore. Yeah. All right, I'm going to first start out by just making a racing game, and we're just going to do our standard racing game, and then we'll go into, I'll draw the track for now, and then we'll go into actually generating the track. I think that should be pretty quick to do this racing part, so we'll start with that. What I'm gonna need from you guys is I need some cars. I would like a car from both of you guys, and you just need to set give me like four directions if you can.
16 by 16?
Sure. Yeah, that sounds good.
Cool.
All right. I'm actually probably going to do 8x8 tile maps though, but 16 by 16 is good. I just want to have like the precision of 8x8 tile maps. All right. So to do that, I'm going to go ahead and add our small tile maps extension. Ricknull/small tile maps. Really need to put this into official thing, so you don't have to just type my name and then small tile maps to get this. But this adds a block to our scene category, which is set 8x8 tile map. And let's go ahead and start by just making our basic racetrack. So I think the racetrack is just going to take up a screen. So I'm going to just, let's see, we'll set this to be 20 by 15. Which, because our tiles are 8x8, 20 times 8 is 160, 15 times 8 is 120, so that's our screen size. And I'm just going to make some tiles right now, and I'm not going to spend any time drawing them. I'm just going to do the grass, which is going to be green. Nice. I'm going to do the track, which will just be, actually, I'll make it like dark purple.
Yeah, that's a road color.
Yeah, I think so. And we're just going to draw a little track. Nice. Need to make it a little bit thicker because we have 16 by 16 things. So I think I'm going to aim for a thickness of 3 tiles. So, it's 16, but with a little wiggle room.
We can also make the cars smaller.
You can make them smaller, but I guess, as long as you keep them the same size for your car, whatever size you do is fine.
Okay.
Just 16, 16 or below. So I guess smaller is better, but it doesn't need to be super small. All right. So let's go ahead now and move this over. We're going to make this a little bit bigger. And now, so there's kind of a classic technique for doing racing games. And the thing that's tough with racing games is that you set a start line somewhere, right? And you need to figure out if the player actually went on the racetrack or if they just looped around and went back to the start. So to kind of show what that looks like, let me go ahead and just make a checkerboard, which is going to be our finish line. And do this in the classic line tool way. And we'll go ahead and set our finish right there. So if I am driving my car and I just have an on overlaps with finish line, you know, set the lap to next lap. Well, then I can just kind of go like, you know, forward and then backward, or just like do a little circle instead of actually going around the track. So you need to make it so that there's some way to check if they have gone around the track or not. And one way to do that is by using checkpoints. So you make some checkpoints. They have to hit all of the checkpoints before they go back. It doesn't matter what order they hit them in. You know, they can hit them in whatever weird order they want to. But as long as they hit them all and then they make it back to the start line, that means that they've done a lap. So let's go ahead and make some checkpoints. We're going to, I think we're going to make like 3. And we might only end up using 1, but I'm going to start with 3 for now so that we just have the option to do more. So make this one 1. And we're going to put this one right here. You can usually get away with just having a single checkpoint because like you just need to check if they went to like the furthest point or not, you know, because they kind of got it. But having more means you can make sure that they are like closer to the track as you actually made it. So we'll try and do more. Let's do 2, 2, 2. And now we're going to do 3. Three's the hardest number. Is that true? I feel like it's true.
5? 3 might be harder. 3 is curvier.
Yeah. I know that kindergartner Richard also had trouble with 3s.
Mm.
All right, cool. We've got our checkpoints. We've got our finish line, and we the other cool thing about doing it this way is that we control which direction they have to go around the track by having more checkpoints, you know, because right now if we just had one that was over here, you could go this way around or you could go this way around. So all right, cool. Let's see our track. Nice. Okay, so for now, I'm just going to create a sprite, which is going to be our car. And I'm just not going to give it any art. I'm going to wait for Joey and Shannon to supply that. So I'm going to make it 10 by 10. And we'll just, not green. Green's a bad color. Blue. We don't want it to be like a patch of grass. All right. So we need to set our car on the starting line to begin. So we can do a place on top of random, and it's not perfect because there's one of 3 spots it could end up on. But we'll stick with this for now, and maybe we'll make it better in a bit. All right. Now that that's going, let's go ahead and go into controller, and I'm going to change this to be light blue so that you can see the car a bit better. And we're going to control our car with buttons, and we're going to do 50 by 50. And we might actually do something a little fancier for this later. But for now, let's just do 50 by 50. We've got really good controls in this car, and we will do our checkpoint checking. So let's go ahead. We're going to make a variable called number of check. Wait. Actually, I think what we're going to do is we're going to do checkpoints. And this is going to be an array. And we just want to see if we hit them or not. And so the perfect type for that is a Boolean, because a Boolean is either true or false. So if we just set false for all 3, then every time we hit one, we can set it to be true. And if they are all true and we overlap with the starting line, then that means we have completed a lap. All right, so let's do our Ontile overlap events now. We're going to start with the checkpoint number 1. And when a sprite of kind player overlaps checkpoint number 1 at location, then we are going to set the value in our checkpoints to be true. So let's go ahead and get a set value at. Why am I trying to do list? Checkpoints. set value at 0 because arrays start at 0. They don't start at 1. And we're going to set that to be true. And now we're just going to duplicate this twice. Change this one to be 2. Change this one to be 3. And we just make it 0, 1, 2. And there we go. We're checking our checkpoints. So now that we have all of our checkpoints checked, we want to add another overlap event for our finish line. So let's duplicate this one more time. But instead of doing this, we're going to do something else. All right, I think we're actually going to put this in a function. And it's going to be, did we fit, well, let's call it check. No, I like this sentence style. Did we finish lab? And so the reason I'm putting this in the function will become clear in just a second. But I want to be able to loop over all of our things to see if we got all of them. And if we did, I'm just going to return so that it doesn't keep going. I also could have just, I guess, put a function, which is, did I hit all of my checkpoints? But nah, I already backed this horse. All right, so for element value of checkpoints, we're going to say if not value return. Otherwise, we'll set our score, we'll change our score by 1. We'll just use that to count our laps. And then we want to reset our array. So we're going to go ahead and set checkpoints back to false, false, false. Okay, let's try this out. So I'm just going back and forth over the finish line. Nothing's happening. Go ahead and do this correctly. 1, 2, 3, and nice. It's 1 lap. And if I try to go backwards, so I'll do 3, 2, 1. That's also fine. I guess what I said about controlling direction was completely wrong, unless we check the order. So, whatever. But, you can do it backwards if you want. It's just going to be more difficult, probably. All right, cool. We've got our basic race stuff going. I don't like seeing these numbers on the track, though. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go into extensions, and I'm going to add tile maps, because tile maps has a nifty block for this. And we're probably going to need it for the randomly generated stuff later anyway. And we're going to take out the cover all tiles block. And we're going to cover all of our 1 tiles with the road and do the same thing for 2 and 3. Cool. So the neat thing about cover is unlike replace, which is the other block that we have here in tile maps, right? So we have cover all and then we have replace all. If we do replace, we're actually changing the tiles. So these overlap events won't work anymore. But with this one, all we do is we put a fake tile on top of it, and the overlap events still work. So, all right. Do I have a car in the chat?
Yeah. 2 cars.
Nice.
Give me 1 second. I'll have one more.
All right. So
Mine's a small car because I mean, you gotta have a small car.
Joey, what's the size for yours?
8x8.
Nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and I think we'll use, let's use character animations.
I did send 4 separate images, but then I realized that Shannon is right, and you could also just do the rotate 4 times if that's easier for you, because it is just top down.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
that was very easy. Sorry.
I can do that, no problem.
That's easier than copy and pasting 4 times anyway, probably.
Yeah, I didn't know if you guys were going to get fancy with it or if you just wanted me to rotate them, but I understand.
No, Vivian's not here today, Richard.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do this loop frames. We're going to do it on our car, and we want to paste in our image, and we're going to set the condition for this. So 8x8 and, oh, nice. I like it.
It's like a ladybug car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so is this going to the right or going to the left?
Right. The black part at the front is like the headlights. But they're
Cool.
off.
Okay, so we're going to go and set our condition for this in as moving right. And now we're going to do moving down. And I just need to rotate this, right, Joey?
Yeah.
Nice, rotated. And now we'll go ahead and change our conditions. So for this one, we're doing right. This one is going to be moving down. This one is going to be moving left. This one is going to be moving up. All right, and now we should see we've got our car.
Nice.
Awesome. Okay. Just one last thing, which is we need to set the initial image. So I'm going to copy this. Gonna put it in here and change this to be 8x8. And actually, we want our initial image to be facing the other direction, I think. For some reason, I feel like it should go counterclockwise. Is that how you guys feel?
No,
A
but you're
little
right.
non-standard, but that's fine. Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's the European racer.
Why do I feel that way? I don't know. All right, cool. Now I'm going to put this all into a function, which is going to be init. Joey, what's the name of your car?
Joey car. I mean, it kind of looks like my. Oh, I got a
Joey.
new car, kind of.
Oh, what? Joey.
Oh, yeah?
Got that? Yeah, I didn't mention that. My dad was like, "Hey, I'm getting a new car next year. You want to have my old one?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll buy it." So I got it. It's Volkswagen Golf GTI. Looks like
And
that.
it's red?
Yeah.
All right, let's do Shannon car. Shannon, what's the size of your car?
16 by 16. They're like narrower, but the thing I drew in was 16 by 16. You're free to.
Oh, nice. It's like a dragster.
Ooh.
All right, so we're going to make another function. Actually, yeah, we'll just make another function. And it's going to be called Shannon. Does your car have a name?
Line Thunder.
Line Thunder. Line Thunder, I'm guessing. I just misheard you.
Oh, I heard Lion Thunder. That's a lot. Those are all good words, though, I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
this car's gonna disappear the second it gets on the grass. Whoops.
It's a secret car.
Do you want me to recolor it? No, I'll change the grass.
You can't. You can make it teal or something. I feel like.
No.
It should be Lion.
There we go. Okay, and all right, I'll cave to popular opinion. All right, so we're just going to, well, instead of duplicating, I'm just going to drag out some new ones. So there we go. Going to change this to be, oh yeah, 16 by 16 is fine. Paste that in there. Change this to car. Change this to moving right. Doop, doop, doop. Gonna make this one moving down and rotate. Moving left and rotate, rotate. Moving up and rotate, rotate, rotate. And then we will take our place on top of and put it here too. I probably should have just left that outside the function, but oh well. Okay, now we're going to do, in logic, we're going to do a 50% chance for now to do this one, or the Lion Thunder.
Wait, Vivian, did you have 2 cars or just 1? It looked like 2.
You said Vivian, and it's Shannon.
Yeah, I do have another one or two.
Oh, yeah?
Further up, yeah.
Ooh, all right, we'll do this one too, real quick. What's the name of this one?
Lion Thunder.
Yeah.
We'll just duplicate all this stuff. Nice. I don't see how it's Lion Thunder, though.
It's a blue lion.
You're right,
I feel
Joey.
the thunder, though. In your
I feel the thunder.
Okay, that's good. That's the important part.
There you go.
Oh my gosh. So the racing
much
game
prefer-
I played.
I said I much prefer hitting right 3 times instead of just hitting left once. Sorry, what were you saying?
The racing game I played a bunch as a kid is, I think, no longer accessible on the internet. It was on like miniclip.com, and it was called Need for Madness. And I'm just going to read you some of these names. Okay, Formula 7 is a regular name. Max Revenge with Max in all caps. Radical One, and Tornado Shark.
Okay, I like it.
Mm-hmm. Cool Cat with 2 Ks.
Hey, that's copyright us.
Sword of Justice. Machine, but in all caps and with a space between each letter.
No, I knew that. I mean, you don't have to tell me that. Something obvious like that, I can go figure it out.
I just appreciate this flavor so much.
All right. Now, to make this fair, depending on which car you choose or is chosen for you, I'm going to do all of the overlaps and stuff using a different sprite. We're going to have a collider one that's going to be the same size. It's going to be 8 by 8, and that'll make it so that everything is the same. So let's go now into, well, first, I guess, let me finish what I was doing. So Lion Thunder. We want to do car choice. Cool. And we're going to make another sprite here, which is going to be new variable, carlider. Not a fan.
It. No, I like it. Sorry, I was we got some submissions in chat, so I'm cleaning them up. Some art submissions.
Oh, cool. All right, so this needs to have color because the transparency doesn't overlap. So we're going to go ahead and make this orange. And we're going to, inside of an on-game update. Where's that at? Where's on-game update? It's in the game. Something. It's in the game. I don't remember which video game company that was.
I feel like it's EA.
EA. It's in the game. That sounds right to me.
Sportsy thing.
I never played any of those sports, like football games or like Madden games or anything, yet inexplicably I had a few of them. I don't really know where they came from. I play NPA Tournament Jam 98, but that one's a classic, okay, for the Super Nintendo. I'm talking about like the simulation, like football games, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. I think I've bought the baseball and the football like MLB NFL ones before, but usually you just play them for a few minutes until you realize how bad you are at them, or I am at them, and then I give up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you can see we've got our car lighter underneath our car. You can see it's this little orange box. And so to make this all work like we're expecting, we're going to just leave this kind as player. And we're going to change our car kind to be, that's going to confuse me, car decoration.
See, we got one thing in. I put one thing into our chat for one more.
All right, I'm gonna keep going for now. I will
yeah,
like go through and do a bunch of them at the end. Yeah. Okay, cool. We've got our cars. We've got our car lighter. We should make it so that you can't see our car lighter. So we're gonna go into here. Make our car lighter invisible. And all right, so what do you guys think? How should we do the controls for this game? So is it maybe like we just do, you know, it goes in the direction you're pointing, but the longer you don't hit the grass, you like accelerate up to like a top speed?
Yeah.
And then it like resets when you hit the grass again, when the car lighter hits the grass.
I think the normal ones are either that or just you have an angle and a velocity one, which you can do with art sprite details, but
we did that one before and it confused everybody. I liked it though.
Yeah. Yeah, I think usually it's just like you do left and right and then A instead of left and right and forward. I think we did forward last time, and that A makes it separate because it's like a gas pedal.
We did left and right and forward? Really?
Did we? Did we not? Maybe not. I'm not sure.
Anyway, if I was doing it, we would have made acceleration A, you know. I'm not an animal.
Yeah, you're right.
Just kidding. Neither is the person who made it forward. All right. So, oh man, now I kind of want to do that. No, we're not going to. We're not going to. So we'll just do the standard control thing, and then you know, maybe later we'll come up with something a little bit different. So let's go ahead and we're going to make two variables now. One of them is going to be acceleration rate, and one's going to be current speed, and then one more is going to be top speed. And we're just going to set these in. So I'm going to make top speed like 100 for now. We can tweak all of these. We're going to set our current speed. Oh, I guess I need one more, which is going to be like minimum speed. We'll set our minimum speed to be like 40. And then we'll set our acceleration rate to be, I don't know, 1. And, you know, I'm just randomly choosing these values. We'll play around with it and see how it goes. Okay. So we're going to add another overlaps event. And this one is going to be for the dirt. And when that happens, we're going to set our current speed to our minimum speed. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go and make a function, I think, which is going to be called update speed. And what update speed is going to do is we're going to do a move car with buttons. We're going to put in our current speed for both of these. And we're going to do a change. We're going to change our current speed by acceleration rate. And then last thing, this isn't how I would write this in JavaScript, but I like spelling things out in blocks so it's easier to understand. I'm going to do if our current speed is greater than our max speed, or top speed, Probably should have called it max speed. I used top speed because of Kirby's Air Ride, which is a great game for the GameCube.
Is there I think they both make sense here. It's not a significant difference in the word.
Okay, so if current speed is greater than top speed, we're setting our current speed to top speed. And so now we're going to call this function. So let's call it inside of this overlaps. And we will call it inside of, let's just see what it's like in a non-game update, I guess. All right, that's too fast. Let's go and do an on-game update. We're going to set this to be every 100 milliseconds. That's much too slow. Make it like twice as fast. And one other thing, I should probably be calling this at the beginning instead of just doing this move with buttons. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. We'll do an update speed. And not set it to 100. Oh wait, I don't actually need to do this because it'll be handled by the on-game update. Just instead of setting current speed, we don't want to set to 100. We want to set it to minimum speed. Yeah, this looks okay.
Yeah, I love the teeny car.
I too love the teeny car.
It's a mouse car.
No cheating. Okay. All right, cool. It's 1:37. We still got plenty of time left. Should we do, let's start with generating a random track. And we'll probably come back to this game because I have some other stuff I want to do that I don't think we're going to get to today. Let's do it, Daryl. So neat, so pretty. Okay, so we want to randomly generate a track. So I'm going to go ahead and make a new function. We're going to call it generate track. All right. Now, I was trying to think of a best way to do this. I had a few dumb ideas. But I don't know. I'm curious to hear about you guys. Do you have anything?
There was a suggestion in the chat from Unsigned Arduino who has done sort of something like this before. And they said that they picked, I think, 4 points in each quadrant and then connected them with like a line. So. And the thing I was also, yeah, like you start with like a square and then you like add intermediate points and like jiggle them. But you will always have kind of a loop instead of like maybe more interesting shapes.
But what if we tried something dumber? Okay, so stay with me. This is going to get a little weird. We're going to do a sprite that we're going to make 8 by 8. We're going to fill it in. We're going to take our initial tile map, and let's see, where is that code? I just want to see how this goes. I don't think this is going to work, but I just want to see how it goes, you know?
Yeah, do it.
We're going to just fill it in with dirt.
I think you should make it bigger, though.
What, bigger than the screen?
The tile map? Yeah, right?
Okay.
Or
how many screens?
Do your thing.
How many screens do you want it to be? Maybe we should make it 4 screens. 4 screens, Shannon? 4 screens?
2 by 2, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, 4 by.
No,
16
sorry. No, I just did that wrong. Okay. And then it'll be 40 by 30, right? Nice. Okay. Now, we're going to make this a new variable. It's going to be named wanderer. And what we're going to do is we're going to set some flags on this guy. I think it should be dawning on my co-streamers what I'm doing now.
A little bit, yeah. This will be fine.
Okay, so when it overlaps dirt, what we're going to do is we need to make this a new kind, like this. Wanderer. We're going to be setting at this location, this tile. We're also going to be making it a wall. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take our wanderer and we're just going to give them some random, very high velocity.
See, this is also good because it'll give you a nice preview of the map that you wouldn't get otherwise.
Yeah, I should probably also let's do camera follow on this guy so we can see how it goes. And we're going to set the velocity to be from like 80 to like 500. Like that. And yeah, let's call this function and see how it goes. Okay, that didn't go super far.
Is 500 too much?
I mean, it would cap out if it was actually too much.
It's like boxing itself in.
Oh, that does make sense, right?
Does it?
Because of the walls?
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. So let's talk.
What if you made them not a wall?
Yeah, make them not wall at first, and then at the end we can make them walls.
Right, I just didn't want them to cross over with themselves, you know?
But some of the coolest maps are like figure eights and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Then how do you do the checkpoints?
Every 10th one you place a new checkpoint.
Yeah, something like that. Okay, so I have an idea. We will, instead of doing setting the wall on, we'll set the walls around it to be on if they are dirt. And see how that goes.
Won't that immediately box itself in?
We'll just do... Yes, it will. All right. This is fun, but it's probably
I have a slightly... what if you set it to, like, you change the velocity over time so that the velocity went in like a circle. So it would like draw out a circle using like trig. And then you just sort of varied it slightly with like the wander. So it's doing
now,
like
that's interesting. One other thing we could do, which I'm going to try real quick.
I kind of love this.
This is working okay, right?
Just make it as we need to make it so it stops, I guess. I just give it 30 seconds and then stop it.
Okay, well, this one's not as good.
Maybe so if we do it like an on-hit wall, and then we set the velocity to like.
Hey, it worked
What?
out. It
Yeah,
escaped.
it worked
Oh,
out.
that's good. Okay, it'll
No,
figure
it's
itself
there.
out most of the time. Yeah, this is fine.
So I think the end condition should be we should just measure the angle and we should just have it draw the circle, right? And then we should just, when we've hit all of the right angles, we cut it off. Because that means it went all the way around.
We hit all the right angles. Oh. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that could work. Yeah, I believe it.
Is it
But
possible?
I like Shannon's idea though too. I want to try that. So let's not do this for now, and we'll just get rid of this. And all right, so we want to be probably we want to use the Sprite utils extension.
Mhm.
Why do I do this every time? jwonderl/arcade sprite util singular.
Really,
I know.
I should just not be lazy and just get it approved because I already wrote all the docs for it. I just haven't put up a
You
PR.
did?
Yeah.
It took me a
Each
lot
one-
to write all
each
the
one has
doc
a
story.
They're not good docs. They're not good docs. They are
Okay.
docs exist for each block.
I tried to
an
write like
example that
real
is maybe
examples for
useless.
all of mine, and it
Yeah.
ended up taking a really long time.
They all have examples, but the examples are like, here is the block doing a thing.
Okay, so walk me through this, Shannon. We're going to try and get the angle to the center of the arena using Sprite util. And then we're going to like basically just give it, you know, a perpendicular force, an acceleration that's perpendicular so that it looks like it's just like draining around.
Yep.
Okay. So to do that, we're going to go into Sprite utils. We're going to get this angle from blank sprite to blank. We're going to put a sprite in the center. So I'm actually just going to mark the center.
Joey, is there like a move at angle or no?
Yeah. Well, there's a set velocity at angle. Just move at angle, right?
Yeah, so you could do that also, Richard, but
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to make another sprite here, and we're just going to be placing this one. We'll just make it a kind food. We're just going to place it on top of our, not on that. We want to place it on top of random. I think this is a really good, fun way to generate this level. I'm into this. I'm glad it's working out better than I expected.
this big diamond racetrack is kind of cool.
If nothing else, I really like the idea of a DVD racetrack generator. So we can just change it to a DVD sign if we want to give up at some point.
That's true. Okay, so on like every 100 milliseconds, what we're going to do is we're going to get an angle from our sprite to the center sprite. So an angle from our wanderer to the center. And are we going to use acceleration? I think we should try to use acceleration. So the acceleration will be, let's see, the angle. You want to get the angle. You want to add pi to it, right? Wait, no, not pi. Pi over 2 to it, right? Because we're going clockwise. And then you want to set the acceleration to be the sine and cosine of some random value times that, right? I think that's right.
Yes.
That sounds
Trig.
believable, at least.
We should really add trig to our list of things that we say that this stream is about, you know?
Yeah,
But
we
then
absolutely should.
We have to actually know more about trig.
We say that our stream is about animal facts, Joey.
We know all the animal facts.
Look,
They're not
if you
real
give me a
animal
piece of
facts.
paper and like, if you give me a piece of paper and you like let me stare at it long enough, I can figure out any trig problem you can throw at me. Okay,
That
it'll
is
just
true.
take a very long time.
Very derivable.
And a calculator. I also need a calculator. All right. So we're going to take our this block. We're going to set our. Oh, actually, I can just use a set velocity block. Or no, I want acceleration. Duh. So we're going to set our AX and our AY. On our wanderer, we need to get our angle. So I'm going to put a temp angle or angle to center. I'll give it a good name. And that's going to be equal to this angle from wanderer to center. And then we're going to add a value to it to rotate it 90 degrees. And that value is going to be pi over 2. So instead of trying to do that math in my head, don't bother saying it, Joey. I'm just going to write this out. 3.14 divided by 2 to get our angle. And we're going to set this to be a multiplication. We want a sine or cosine, which is inside of our square root block. So for y, we're doing sine. And we want to get our tangle to center. I realize I said this now.
Oh.
It's almost like a pun, right? Like tangent's a thing.
Yeah.
I I'd have believed you if you said that it was like a tangent joke.
Okay, all right. So if we're doing this, I think we also want to, let's see, where do we set our initial? Yeah, okay, generate track. We want to set our Vx to always be, so Vx will always be positive, and Vy, I think we want to give like a slightly less range. So we're just going to make it from like -40 to 40, just to give it a little bit of difference.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we need to up this. Okay. Too much.
It's starting to look like we're making my little paintbrush thing from the home screen.
Yeah. We'll do 200. Okay, I did this math wrong.
It might be the acceleration is.
The acceleration is going to be a little bit wonky.
Velocity instead of, yeah.
All right. So then we're going to go into Sprite utils. We're going to get our set velocity, angle, speed. We're going to set this to be our wanderer.
I guess with this one, you want to just keep like the same velocity or the same speed, and then just like make it so the angle is always being shifted towards the, like wherever it's currently angled toward, and then that towards the sprite, if that makes sense. Does that?
It's like 0.2 or something. We just need to add something to the angle, right?
Yeah. So we don't want to make it exactly towards the center, because that will just make it directly go towards the center. We just want to adjust the angle such that it moves closer to the center from where it currently is.
Yeah.
Did I have a current angle block in Arcade Sprite util?
Oh, wait, I'm doing this wrong. Yeah, I'm doing this wrong. I just want the angle of the thing. Doesn't look like there's one. But I can figure it out. So to get the angle, we just need to go into math. We need to get our friend with a confusing name, a tan 2. And we're just going to put in a tan 2. The first argument is y. The second argument is x. I know it's backwards. And not y, vy.
Vy, yeah.
Vx, and all right.
Started out very strong.
Yeah, we're getting something. It's the bouncing that's messing it up. So I think if we put it to be a little bit faster, let's go back to 0.2.
We could probably. Can we turn off bouncing? because we're adjusting the speed anyway. So if we turn off the bouncing, it would just eventually get over to the right direction. Nope.
It will eventually.
Yeah,
No.
maybe if you make
No,
the whole
no.
thing
No.
big. Oh!
Nice. Okay.
Nice.
All right. Let's. Now it's too fast. Let's.
Can you drop the initial VX randomness a little? Ah!
Okay, that kind of worked. So I don't think the initial VX randomness is really an issue at all because it's just immediately going to be overridden. It'll be the randomness of this. So if we were to take this and maybe we'll do something a little bit more ordinary, we'll do like 100 to 300 or something.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. All right. All right. All right.
So maybe it needed to be bigger, I guess.
Nice.
This is great. Ship it.
Okay, so if we do it this way, then we could really just make it so that we, as soon as we overlap with the spot again, like another tile of the same kind, then that we've already visited, then we know we've looped around, right?
Right.
Okay, and now I'm going to try to do some pick random right here. I'm going to change this to be 0.1 to 0.2.
As soon as we touch,
Can you make the whole map just a little bit taller? Or is it already too big?
this is our map. We control it. This could be the Nürburgring if we want it to.
All right, all right, all right.
To be fair,
So, yeah.
I think we promised map generation and not good map generation.
That is true. Joey has a point. All right, so I'm good with going with this for now, and then we can kind of tweak it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. What did you guys like more, this or the random bouncing around a cinder?
Like with the wall around it, or?
Yeah. And we could like randomly generate the wall in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine with either. They both make me happy here.
I like this, but I think it's getting a little samey.
Yeah, there's not a ton of randomness. And it seems like it might also be less like unified of a track, like there's more dirt spaces between where the road is going.
But it's all passable, right? Like in theory, this is the same size as the player is.
All right, I'm gonna switch. Let's switch back to the other one for now, and I'll keep this code around, and we can kind of see how it goes.
It is 1:59 also. I don't know if you...
Oh, I don't have a meeting after this, so...
Cool.
Yeah, I don't need it. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to set this back here. We're going to set bounce on wall to be true again, and we're going to, inside of our tile map, we're going to, I think, just draw some random big blob that we're going to fill in as walls. And so to do that, I'm going to make a function which is going to be called like fill rect wall. And this is going to take in a x, a y, a width, a height, and we're just going to fill in some random rectangles in the tile map. So we're just going to do a loop here for index, from 0 to width. We're going to make this into a new variable. Call. Now for this one, we're going to do for index from 0 to height, I'm going to make another new variable, row. And now we are going to go into our tile map. And we're going to go into set wall on at x plus call and y plus row. And just to make it a little easier to tell what's going on, we're also just going to set the tile there. So we'll set it to be this blue one that we're not really using for anything. All right, now here in the beginning, we're going to, I'm going to make the track smaller again. So let's go back over to where we were. Let's see, 40 by 30, I think is right. Not 5,300. That's for sure. Okay. And I think we're just going to lay down some rectangles. So let's go ahead and go into generate track. We're going to do call this function. We're going to do some random values. Okay, for the x, we want this to be like, oh, this is hard to reason about. I'm going to change this. No, I'm not going to. I'm just gonna figure this out. We're gonna change this to be like 10 to like 20. For this one, we will do 10 to 15. And then for the width, we're going to do 5 to 10. And for the height, we're also going to do 5 to 10. And I think that should be OK. And we're going to repeat this like, I don't know, yeah, like 4 times. Okay. This is not nearly fast enough. Let's change it back to where it was, 100, 500 for both. Nice. Look at that track.
Yeah. Awesome.
You could probably get away with like 300 to 500 too. It'll just be zippy.
Sometimes you just get a track that's like nonsense. Yeah, all right. Let's do Joey's thing. We're going to make it 300 to 500 for both of these. So that we just get, you know, a more extreme angle to start. There we go. All right, and now we need to know when to stop. So we're going to figure out how to stop by doing
we could make it. We could place like the same sort of logic as we had for gates for checkpoints. Just do that same thing, except with these, and then make it so whenever it touches the car again, it ends.
I like it. Okay, so we're gonna do like Let me just duplicate all these tiles. Duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. We're going to make them yellow, I guess. This is going to be so weird. I wonder where we would be now if we had chosen to do this normal way. Do you ever think about those?
A perfect DVD, the weight screen. What are those called again?
I don't think they have a name.
Screensavers.
Screensavers. Yeah, screensavers. That's the name.
All right, so we got 0, 1, 2, and 3. You got to hit all of them.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to.
Oh, and that actually solves our problem of thinking about where we should place these in the first place too, because we can just place them, like replace these with the checkpoints.
Oh, that's a good point. Right. That's a good point. Okay, so we're going to go to. Let's see, where's our overlap code for the Wanderer? Oh, here it is. All right, we're going to set, well, we're going to duplicate this a few times. We're going to set this one to be 0. We're going to set this to be finish. For 1, we're going to set this to be not that one. This one, we're going to set it to be this one. For this one, we're going to set it to be this one. Man, Joey's adding some smarts to my really dumb idea.
It's a really fun, dumb idea. I like this idea.
And then finally, we're going to also do the checkpoint check like we were doing before. So we're going to, inside our, let's see, where did I have that? In this one? There we go. We're just going to reuse our checkpoints variable. And now the numbers are actually going to match. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3. We're going to go into our onStart. Where you at, onStart? Here you at. We're going to set our checkpoints to be an array of 4 things. And we're going to also add some code on game update to check to see if the Wanderer has finished. So let's make another variable, which is going to be called Wandering.
When I was thinking of this one, I thought it should be an overlap with the player sprite, just because we'll hit the last ones, but that won't be a fully connected path, right? If we hit the last one, it'll be we touch the top right, we touch the right, we touch the bottom, we touch the left, but there's no left to top right or to the top.
That's a good point. All right, so we'll do an on overlaps with kind. So when the Wanderer overlaps with kind player, then we're going to check our checkpoints. So let's go ahead and go to our checkpoint code. Did we finish that? We're going to duplicate this. Actually, we'll just duplicate the whole thing. Take this stuff, close it back up. And then we're going to do an if wandering, then let's see. I guess I should put this in a function. Did we finish making the track? All right, let's go. Oh, wait, there's one other thing I should probably do. Well, two other things. We're going to destroy the Wanderer. And then do a camera follow on the car. All right, sorry we're going so over time, but hopefully this should be good now.
Is that one I saw? Oh.
All right, so we got some kinks to work out, but thank you everyone for joining us for another very productive, very normal MakeCode Arcade Advanced stream. I'm Richard at Richard on the MakeCode forum.
I'm Joey at JWonderl on the MakeCode forum.
I'm Shannon at Chakao on the MakeCode forum.
Yeah,
Here we
this
go.
one's
This one's good, yeah.
I guess we just need more checkpoints.
Yeah, I think that would solve it. Thanks for watching. Oh, right, I have to hit stop stream. Thanks for watching. Almost there. Still streaming.